Hi guys, today we're here in Grand Haven, Michigan, and we're about to go out to the wreck of the Ironsides. Now the Ironsides was built in 1864 and sank in 1873 when it took on too much water, possibly after hitting a sandbar on the way into the channel. It was on the way from Milwaukee to Grand Haven when it sank. So we're going to go check that out. And Ray here is going to be testing some gear today.
Yeah, I'll be testing a full face mask. It's an OTS Guardian. It's adapted for use of rebreather, and we'll be able to use it for underwater voice communications if all goes well for future projects.
That sounds awesome. I need to get one for myself. So here we go, guys. Let's load up and get out there.
Yep.
Five minutes later.
Oh, you found something. Alright guys, so this is an example of just what goes behind the scenes to make the photos and videos happen. It's a lot of gear and a lot of time, especially when I'm filming, flying the drone, diving, being the boat captain, being the photographer. It's an entire day just for 1 or 2 dives for the most part. So you can see just trying to worm into the gear. Mark is manning the camera, so thankfully we have these shots, which I wouldn't otherwise have. So you see that I'm back out of the water. This is because once I got in with all my tanks on, I fired up the camera to get ready to catch Ray splashing in, and the memory card had an error. So I had to get out, take my gloves off and stuff, open up the camera, take out the memory card, and tell Mark where the other memory cards were stashed on the boat. It was a pain in the butt with all that gear on. So fun fact, Mark's mentor and dive partner actually found this wreck, Cletus Eugene Turner. Gene's still alive. He's like 93 or 94, so very awesome. We're 120 feet down on the wreck of the Ironsides in Lake Michigan, about 3 miles offshore of Grand Haven, Michigan. You can see the down line hanging there on the left side. The anchor's just holding completely still because of the iPilot system. That's our lifeline to the surface. You can see Ray is just gliding. I would think it's like you're an astronaut. You're weightless, it's cold, it's dark, you're floating, it's quiet. Here we can see a front deck hatch. This is the front of the shipwreck that's actually all collapsed and buried down in the silt and sediment. You'll start to see some movement here. Those are actually invasive gobies. They've stirred up the bottom, just thousands upon thousands or hundreds of thousands of them. Just cover the bottom. Here we have a burbot and we catch a little bit of the tail. When I filmed with Gordon Ramsay, that's what we were after for his TV show Uncharted. We were going spearfishing for burbot, which is poor man's lobster. We're doing our last decompression stop. You can see the boat just hovering above us as we finish up and come to the surface. Now here I'm hanging my tanks on the orange line there on the side of the boat. I clip them off. We had some new clips that would hold better this time because earlier in the season we lost one of Ray's tanks on the New Aletti in Lake Huron. Well, we didn't want that to happen anymore, so I got a bunch of new clips. I clip my tanks off, getting out of my gear so I can clear the way for Ray.
That's good.
So as we get all of our gear off and start packing up and getting ready to leave, we notice a problem.
Remember when we lost my bailout?
You want to go back down?
My tank is not on the line.
Try and get it.
Probably should. That's a very expensive bottle of helium.
I check under the boat because I hear a thunk. It's not there.
We don't need TV show drama. It
Ray.
just happens.
Ray, move.
It just happens.
Yeah.
What's the problem, Dusty?
That's like 4th day in a row of bad luck.
It's kind of cold. I'm tired. I don't want to get suited back up to go down below, but that tank of helium and my regulator is very expensive. We're talking upwards of $500-600.
Well, let's go back down and get it.
So I get suited up for a second dive and hope, just hope, that it's down there next to the wreck.
Dusty returning from dive number 2. Very short, 4 minutes.
That's my 50% on my right side for decompression. So I had that one. And the next tank is the one that dropped. That's my 1070, my deep mix. So very expensive with all the helium in it. So thankfully it was right there next to the wreck. I got it in and out in 4 minutes.
Captain Cousteau returns.
Right where I left it.
Good.
5 foot from the wreck. Here come the strobes. All right, so we are, hold on. All right, so we are back up topside, heading back into Grand Haven after a successful dive. I had 2 dives, but yeah, a little bit of mishaps, a little bit of excitement. But what was your favorite part of the wreck and the dive?
I'd say probably the big boilers, which are like one of the most predominant features of the wreck.
Jack and Jill.
Huh?
Sorry, Jack and Jill. That's what they call them.
Jack and Jill. Oh,
I think that,
something new.
I should have told you that before we dove.
Yeah,
I think that's what the crew called them.
yeah.
So,
And then, yeah, you know, the 2 props at the rear, they're only halfway sticking out of the mud.
9 foot diameter, by the way.
Yeah.
Should have
Yeah,
told you that
sounds
too.
about right. Yeah.
But I got some good shots of you, and I got some excellent video. I can't wait to share with everyone.
Yep.
It's another Ray and Dusty special. So, see you guys on the next one.
Yep.